everyone, and welcome to something that's gonna be a lot of fun, because you will never guess what I've done. I've gone and gathered all of the trinkets. In fact, you probably will have guessed because you're seeing it happen, but I digress, and no, that was not a jest, but I'm wearing a safety vest, so don't worry, I'm gonna be okay. I will never stop. It's often been, okay, alright mother, Jesus! It's often been requested and suggested. Get every single trinket at once and have fun. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm probably not going to pick up any other item. We have got every single trinket absorbed into our body like some psychotic hoarder. And we are going to phase out of reality. Going to use them for glorious victory. Yes, indeed. You may be wondering, sat there wondering, going, well, what do the tears look like? What do they look like? Well, I'll show you, but not now. Not now. Oh, it's a small rock that I can't. I can't. No, I will keep this pure. I will keep this pure. The flies are really kind of sorting me out here to the moment. I don't really need to even get them. In fact, I'm making more flies than I'm needing to use to kill everything, that's a very evil genius-like sentence, actually. Dear Diary, I've been producing a series of genetically enhanced flies. They're venomous, explosive, and just generally mean destruction machines. But the issue is, I'm just making way too many flies for the amount of people I have to kill. I'm not sure. I've checked the recipe. I've checked it twice. I've checked it thrice, okay? I've stunted that bitch. But it just keeps making more and more flies. And I'm running out of space. This will simply not fly. Self. I just don't understand. Because, you gotta put a little bit of humor in for yourself when you come back to your diary. Alright, I'll stop teasing you. And I will reveal my... Did I just suddenly grow bat wings? As I disable my full, naked, invisible steam. Here we go. Boom! Yeah, as you can see, okay, that's kind of cool. I thought they would be weird, but as you can see, they are quite weird. Wow, that is... That's amazing. It's actually surprisingly powerful, this, right? This is crazy good. I didn't think it would be that good, because there's very little just general performance enhancing trinkets, which sounds like there's some sort of secret drugs I'm taking, but I don't think there often is that many, right? There's the worms and stuff, but I guess there's cancer, and I guess there's the curved horn and all of that jazz, but even so, you wouldn't think a full-on trinket brigade would be that powerful, but no, these little items hold great hidden potential within them, and when fully fused together, well, there's nothing that they can't do. Absolutely nothing. I am admittedly very curious as to what I would have got in the item room. This supply of flies I have is excellent. Granted, I suppose if I attempted something like the boss rush, I probably would run out fairly quickly. I suppose I would. Talking of naked ghosts, because and we are. Obviously, oftentimes I accidentally, fully reveal my full naked steam to you. And I'm sorry about that. Or I don't, or it doesn't appear. Some people tell me it doesn't appear on the videos. Some people tell me it do. And you may be thinking, well, don't you watch the videos back to check? Well, that's where you're right. I do, but I don't remember. I never remember. I don't remember what I had for breakfast. Trick question. I don't have breakfast. My first meal of the day is dinner because I am a scumbag, terrible human being. Well, not really. I'm kind of deliberately like that. No, I'm not deliberately a terrible scumbag. I mean, I get up at that time for a reason, although perhaps it's a little bit later than it still should be. But my just awful self-control and habits aside, we'll get back to that later if I can be bothered, because self-habits and... Either way, naked ghosts. So, if you do die and you become a ghost, right? Because ghosts, when they're depicted and everything, they're not just fully naked. They're wearing clothes, right? Is it determined by what you would like to spend, like, on a subconscious level, what you would like to spend eternity haunting the planet in. This would actually be a terrible run otherwise. I'm glad we're doing it on this one. Oh, it's so surprisingly powerful. Like, holy hell. Just destroying through this. I mean, granted, I should have expected a little bit, but still, nearly 10 damage, 2 tier rate, randomly electrocuting between us and the follower? What the hell even causes that? I don't even know. Admittedly, trinkets are the one thing that I know the absolute least about. Like, if you had to quiz me on Isaac, despite my 1,000 hours... Oh, God. I've been in this basement for so long. Help me! If you had to quiz me and catch me out, it would be, what does this trinket do? Because outside of the main ones, mainly the worms, you know, I just couldn't tell you. So this is actually kind of cool for me, seeing some random effects that are going on. But it does seem like some of them rival actual items, which is really quite excellent. It's very hard to aim my tears here, I will definitely admit that. But Naked Ghost, so you're dying. Do you choose what outfit you're in? Like, think about it subconsciously. Is it decided by what you die in, which you might think makes sense? Because it's weird that parts of you that aren't, you know, organically you and part of your actual being get translated into your ghostly self, right? Why would that happen? It's like the old, if you teleport, why does stuff that you're wearing come with you? Shouldn't technically you just arrive at the other end naked, right? Because it's just taking your matter. Otherwise, when do you have the cut-off point? Does it do your clothes? Is it like within a centimeter around you? But then why don't you teleport the base of the teleporter you're stood on? Would we have to invent the ability to float in order to teleport without taking things? Shouldn't that mean you then take a pocket of air with you, which will create a mini vacuum that will get rushed to filled, and it'll be like a really kind of comical pop on both sides of the teleport as the air just crunches back and just like a... That would actually be kind of cool because of the fact that it would technically leave a void of air where you're stood. Actual teleportation would sound like a cartoony little pop when you go, which I think is fantastic to think about, you know, because you could never take that seriously, right? Even if, right, teleporting became the norm of society. You teleport to work, it's fine, everything's good. Just knowing that you've heard that pop noise and you're like, oh yeah, you know, Harry's off to work. I don't think you could ever quite just accept that as normal. I think there'd always be popping noises, and you could probably get custom noises implemented to overcome it, right? But you'd have to have a noise there every time a teleport happened. Or really anticlimactically, if you invented teleportation and it didn't sound like anything, so you just manually installed a great angel room in there. Whoa! That's pretty cool. So you just manually make a noise, so you press the button and then the machine just goes whoa, 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 whoa. And I don't mean the actual noise, I mean you just recorded your voice doing it because you were embarrassed your teleportation machine doesn't make a cool sci-fi enough noise. Why are we destroying so hard off the back of just trinkets? Oh my god. In fact, honestly, talking of the trinket challenge, alright, as I'm here, you know, really hard pressed and challenged to really make it work with these trinkets. I mean, oh god, this is difficult. I mean, fighting the Hush with them is what I'm going to do. We'll see how that goes, at the very least. That should be, can all the trinkets beat the Hush? That's the biggest test for them, I would wager. And my dodging skills, definitely. I would also say my dodging skills. But what was I talking about? I can't remember. I actually just reached a mental dead end. How did I do that? Oh no, what am I even talking about? Yay, I used my store credit, guys. I used my store credit. I'm proud of myself. Go on, I'll pick that key up, because I bet a lot of you were like, just take the key. Just take the key. Trinket challenge. 30 seconds, alright? You have 30 seconds. Name as many trinkets and what they do in a comment, as many as you can. And massive props to the person who does it the most. Begin in 5, 4, 3. I know probably you've already started and you're cheating bastard. Go! Alright, we're going to watch the actual run timer. We'll know when your time's up. Wait for my stop. And then we'll see how well you did. Go, type, type, type. Stop listening to me and just bloody go for it, alright? Can you do it? Can you make it happen? I'll be very excited to see how some of these come up. But yeah, ghost clothes-wise, how does it get chosen? Why are ghosts not naked? Why are teleporting people not naked? Why are teleporting ghosts ironically naked? We have so many questions to ask ourselves as a species. We really, really do. Oh my god. Alright, when Mother dies, your time is up. She's dead, your time's up. I admit, I thought it would be a little bit longer than that, but that's still kind of fine. Yeah, this is just a really bad run outside of this. Do I get the pencil? I think I get the pencil, right? Because I think it would add a lot to this to have a splurge of these every now and then. I think that would be fun. Go on, we'll have every trinket in the game and a pencil. That's what I'm doing. We can add just a pile of blood to these. Why have I suddenly got 1 tier rate? How has every trinket resulted in me having 1 tier rate? That's so weird, right? And why am I gaining damage? Why is every trinket this powerful? Look at this. This is like almost Synergy Lab levels. It's so crazy. Oh, man. The thing is, I especially like this because trinkets do remind me of a certain part of myself, which I love and hate at the same time, and that is that I really like hoarding stuff. Like, I am a huge hoarder. I don't like throwing things away. I have receipts for things that I bought 5 years ago that I don't even own anymore and can't even remember really what they were. But you never know when that might come in handy. You never ever know. Legitimately, when I was younger and still lived at home and, you know, was in my kid phase, you know, literally was a kid, in order to throw stuff away that was old and I no longer use, like old toys that I never had, if you wanted to give them to charity shop for someone else to have, is the normal thing to do, because, you know, it makes sense that they're just wasting them and throwing them away, you know, and waste not, want not, the right thing. And I obviously was, you know, a huge hoarder, even more so as a kid. Now I can kind of get behind throwing some stuff away, kind of, but even then, not quite that much. And you know what, it was fun to have pencil, but I don't want to be disingenuous to the challenge, so I'm going to get rid of both pencil and the wafer. Snap, boom, done! Thanks for the emphasis there, Mother, appreciate that one. And yeah, when I was younger, I used to have stuff snuck away from me and thrown away without my knowledge. Otherwise, I would be way too hard to convince to let go of it, because you never know when things are needed, okay? You never know when it might come in handy, alright? You never know when the action figure I played with once when I was 3 might be of use to me as a grown adult. You just don't know these things. But I remember there was a time when I woke up and I had these like big plastic tubs with just random toys from, oh, I want to take it so bad. Also, item room in the womb. That's a nice little trinket effect, isn't it? I want to take it so badly. But I had these little plastic tubs that had like a collection of all my toys that I played with when I was younger, but not really any more in. And I woke up and 2 out of the 3 of them were empty, and the 3rd one just had the remnants of them. And it was like I woke up in some sort of nightmarish realm where I no longer own my stuff. And I was like, no! I sprinted downstairs, of course, still in my pajamas. I've done a really suspiciously large amount of stuff just wearing pajamas in my life, all throughout my various stages. That's just dawned on me really hard. The amount of awful situations I've got myself into while just wearing pajamas. It makes me worry for when I'm an old man, because I'll have even less self-awareness and will probably be caught doing things in pajamas a lot more, like just mowing the lawn, but instead of the lawn, I'm just trying to run a lawnmower over some pavement, not realizing where I am. Can you imagine me as a senile old man? Oh my god. That's just terrifying, isn't it? That's absolutely terrifying. Yeah, I've come to the impression, guys, that taking every trinket just makes you an immortal goddamn god, because they have such weirdly compounding effects. Why do I have 170 range? I don't know. I don't know how any of this is functioning. Oh, my word. But yeah, I swear, I was like, no, where have they gone? They've been stolen. And my mom was just like, well, you know, we took them away. We've thrown some of them out, and you know, you've not played with them for years and years and years, and we don't have the space. And you know, rationally I know this to be true now, but at the time I was like, you've betrayed your son, and I was really upset. But I had a plan, So that night, I waited till when I thought everyone was asleep and got up and super sneaky snuck downstairs and then slowly unlocked the door and started walking. And again, I was actually in my pajamas because I thought getting dressed would take too much noise. Make too much noise even. What kind of thought process is that? Alright, I want to go sneak to the outside bins to retrieve my stuff, but I can't get dressed beforehand because the rustling of my clothes might wake someone up, alright? Gotta be careful here. Covert kid ops. Either way, the noise of opening the front door obviously woke up my mum, and she came to watch me start walking down the path and was like, so, what are you doing? I'm like, and I just kind of froze. I had no excuse, and I was like, but I'm getting my stuff back, and she did not look happy with me. Let's be honest, she did not look happy with me, and sadly, for the better, I admit it, but sadly it went. But ever since that traumatic experience, I mean, still before it as well, but I am forever a hoarder, and obviously, I don't have that problem anymore, because no one can stop me rummaging through the bins to get my stuff back that Danny tries to throw away because she's convinced that I don't need it. But I need it. I need it. Alright, let's fight ourselves the hush. Yeah, we do seem to just be genuinely growing in strength from having these trinkets. Our range, our damage is going up. Everything is just increasing. And it's lovely. Absolutely lovely. I don't know why I keep going randomly stealthed, but that's okay as well. We've actually got a lot of boogateers coming out from the trinket, because a lot of the trinkets are just an occasional effect of a superior item, right? So we got that going for us. Yeah, I honestly thought this would be a lot harder than it's turning out to be. I thought, you know, it's going to be... Did I just murder a fly and make lipstick? Dear Diary, I've tried to change the formula to produce less flies, and now I've started a cosmetic brand. Oh, the woes of being an evil genius. I mean, all of the woes, seriously. Oh my god. Well, if it can beat the hush, it can certainly beat the delirium, so I'd rather take this to the chest and actually just get the 4 items just to turn it up a little bit for the finale, you know, because I think clearly we've seen this is pretty potent as far as things go, but I was like, there's not that many strict improvement in all the trinkets. It will probably be about as hard as a 0 item run, a little bit better, like maybe 50% easier. You'll have a bit of damage, a bit of tears, a bit more coverage, but generally, you know, the worms will make it hard to hit. There's not many good passive effects, but no, apparently it's just absolutely fantastic in like, why is our damage going so high? Is that the red patch? I'm not really sure, but we're up to 20 on just trinkets with tears capped. Well, I guess 1 is technically capped, but capped without a special thing that lets you break cap, and we just annihilated the hush. We got hit like twice. Why are we taking red heart damage before other damage? Why did that re-roll at some point? I need to look up the trinkets. I genuinely, like, I need to look up the trinkets. I really super do, because it's just, it's crazy to me. It's absolutely mental to me that this keeps happening. It really, really is. Oh, God. And now we're up to 6. Things are changing. Man, things are changing. Things aren't the same when I was little, you know. Things just aren't the same. You ever do that? You ever hoard stuff? I see a lot of things for the memories that they hold as opposed to what they are. I guess it's, I don't want to say nostalgia, because that seems like it's got a lot of negative connotations these days, but I like the feeling something gave me at the time. Like, the best way I can explain it is, while leveling in a new MMO, I will put on a program, try a new series, and then forever cognitively associate that series with playing that MMO. So if I play that MMO without watching that series, or watch that series without playing that MMO, I'll feel sad that I'm missing the other. Like, the experience isn't complete without them both together, so I can't do just one without the other. And that's always been a thing for me. I associate stuff, and it needs to happen together. And I don't know if that says more about me or just general human psychology, but I can't remember the name of the show, but while leveling in Guild Wars 2, I watched it the entire way through, and now I just can't play that game or watch that show unless I'm doing both together, and I've got various other little connections like that, which I always think are rather interesting. Yes, indeed. Okay, careful, and hello, how are you doing? I'm going to kill you. Yes, I'm going to kill you. Talking of killing people, I'm watching a new anime at the moment. It's called Zodiac something, and it's about 12 people trying to kill each other battle royale style. Yeah, it's, you know, terribly original, but it's really kind of Game of Thronesy in terms of nobody's safe, and there's no real main character, and also it's really brutal, and it's a lot of fun. So if anyone wants a quick 10-episode series, that's what I'd recommend. I realize I didn't really say the name that well because I can't remember it off the top of my head, but you know, Zodiac Battle Royale, that'll find it for you. They'll definitely find it for you. Oh yeah, obviously it's Red Chess. Why did Mega Satan's door open? I guess we'll fight Mega Satan with the power of all the trinkets. I definitely prefer the Mega Satan fight to the Delirium fight. Honestly, there's a lot of fights I genuinely prefer to the Delirium fight. That is definitely true. What do we think the most powerful trinkets then are? Like, if we had to choose the 5 of them. I mean, I'd say Curved Horn, Cancer, probably... I mean, they're the main 2 for just straight-up power, aren't they? Well, that's convenient, isn't it? Thank you very much. That'll do. That'll definitely do. Well, he just got absolutely... Like, look at this. It's just stupid. Absolutely stupid. Let's go fight Mega Satan. Oh, that's the sentence that you want, isn't it? This is so stupid. Let's go fight the devil. What? I walked in that room having already taken damage before I could take an action? That's never happened before. That's not even supposed to happen. What the hell? That's really weird to me. Like, really genuinely weird. Let's not be completely complacent. Alright, let's at least get the Spirit Heart. You know, I don't want to die to Mega Satan after all this. It's a lot of effort to go for to then just die at the end. That would just definitely be a little bit too silly. We got to beat the source of all evil here. You know, we can't be lazy on the job. Alright. Mega Satan, I come for you. Mega Satan, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit you with my tears until you explode. That's what I'm gonna do. I realize that's probably something you've heard before, but still. Is this an item or a trinket that I've got floating around me? It looks like a really weird blood clot. I don't even really want to think about it. Ugh. Just die. Come on. Like, I don't even really have to dodge anything, I don't think. If I just sat here and fired, you know what, we'll even bust out the tower, because, you know, I'm cool like that. We'll just bust out the tower, why the hell not, doesn't matter, because I have the frickin' wire cutters, because I have all the trinkets, so it's just a load of bombs. And there's one thing I don't need right now, it's a load of bombs. Oh. Wow, I'm actually genuinely surprised he's not dead yet. I really thought we would have got him to transition a little bit sooner. I'm actually struggling to hit the angel here. Okay, I'm a little bit concerned about my health. I don't want to so brazenly be like, this is nothing, and then suddenly die. I can get hit twice more. I'll probably be okay, right? Probably be. I just bombed myself. My opening, when I can barely get hit anymore, was to bomb myself. Because I am an absolute genius. I am Neo, though. That dodging was pretty intense, if I do say so myself. There we go, guys. All trinkets, apparently ridiculously powerful. My name has been Rage. Like you've enjoyed this. Subscribe for more. If you want to see this channel continue, please consider getting in on Patreon in the description. It makes a huge difference. But please don't feel compelled. I'll see you soon. A goodbye.
Rage Gaming with the video flow, shenanigans and Overwatch, and his fans all know that every single thumbnail that this man makes without fail makes you do a double take, catching your attention with every verse. See, say that you need healing but you're at his mercy. Get it? Cause it's a pun. On his channel, that's one of the better ones. Widow is venomous, I see no end to this. Cataclysm's imminent when Rage is in his element. Pandemonium is not familiar with irrelevance. Maximum Genji beam, oh so elegant. Joke's so funny, causing you to cry. Editing is quality as the noon is high. Yo, concussion man, shoot to the sky, cap it all off with a goodbye.